Okay, Chem Scholars, it's time to program the calculator for quadratic function. The programming key is right there in the middle, PRGM. We hit that. So first thing we'll do is go over to New. Okay, hit Enter. It wants a name. So now it's already in the alpha mode. You see the A blinking there, so we're just going to type in whatever. I'm going to call it quad. So Q, U, A, D. Hit Enter. All right, now it's looking to start programming. This is going to be a very basic model, okay? I'm not going to get all fancy, just functional, okay? So first thing we're going to do is go back to that programming thing, and notice now we have a different menu because we're inside of the programming. So we need some I/O, we need some input and then later output. So the first thing says input, we're going to hit enter. And what do we want to input? Well, we want to take in A, B, and C, right? That's the three parts of the quadratic formula. So we're going to go alpha A. And then we're going to repeat that. So program IO input alpha B. And then program IO input. Now, technically the next thing should be C. However, since I keep the speed of light stored in my calculator, I don't want to use C because it will overwrite it. So I'm going to change it to D just for that sake. Okay? But feel free to use A, B, and C because we're done with the speed of light for this year in chemistry. All right, so now we want to display the answers. Okay, so we're going to go back to program IO. Okay, and so we're going to first we'll go with parentheses. Now we want to use the negative, not the minus key yet, which is very hard to see on this calculator. All right, so negative alpha B plus or minus. Well, we're just going to do plus this first time. So plus the square root of B squared, alpha B squared, minus 4 times A times C. But C for me, again, is D. Close two sets of parentheses. Okay, and then divide by 2 times A. All right, so there is our first answer. Negative B plus the square root of B squared minus 4AC divided by 2A. Now, just realized I hit input. I got to go back. Okay, so when I was in here, we wanted to display an answer, not input an answer. It would be nice if we could input the answer, but then it wouldn't be a question really. All right, so now I'm going to repeat that almost character for character, except that we're going to do a minus this time. So we're going to go parenthesis, negative B minus the square root of B squared minus 4 times A times C times, come on, it would be helpful if I could see the buttons on this better, but oh well, divided by 2A. All right, so negative B minus, so I have negative B plus, and then I have negative B minus, B squared minus 4AC all over 2A. That looks good. I'm going to just hit enter, and then I'm going to quit. So second mode there, I quit out of it. Now when I want to run the program, I go into the programs now. You'll see our quad listed there. It says number 1. I could either hit 1 or hit enter. But either way, at this point, it's like, are you sure you want to run it type of thing. So you have to hit enter here. All right, so now the question mark appears because we didn't get fancy. We didn't say, what is A? It just wants to know what A is. All right, so let's say A is 1. And let's say B is negative 6. And let's say C is 9. And I get 3 and 3. That is the correct roots for it, okay? So we now have a functioning program. It will not do imaginary roots, but in chemistry, we don't have imaginary roots. So I just don't go into that anymore. I used to have it programmed in my calculator, and I just don't even remember now. All right, hopefully that helps you, and I'll talk to you soon.